from Kim, and she can fuck all night.
Hey, how's it going? It's yours truly. This recap is brought to you by nobody. Let's get into it. The Chiefs continue to look more inconsistent by the week as they sneak by the Denver Broncos in a very concerning game, 34-28. The Chiefs would receive the ball first. They would go downfield. They would get a 35-yard Harrison Butker field goal. So the Chiefs are up 3-0 early on. The Broncos then drive, punt. They get nothing. They give the ball right back to the Chiefs. The Chiefs go downfield and they get another field goal. It's a 45-yarder from Butker. The Chiefs are up 6-0. The Broncos would receive the ball. They go 3 and out. So the Broncos are looking exactly like the Broncos, not being able to score at all. The Chiefs get the ball back, and on 4 plays, they get a touchdown. And this was an instant classic Patrick Mahomes highlight reel play. Top 10 in his career. And it seems to always happen against the Broncos when he's doing this ridiculous, non-traditional passing shit. I don't know how he did it. I just stood there in awe as it happened, as it unfolded before my own very eyes. Patrick Mahomes scrambling because Orlando Brown doesn't know how to do his job. Scramble, about to get touched by the Broncos defense. Just throws a little fucking whatever the hell, no look, underhand, spiral, shovel pass. I don't even know what it was, but it was awesome. It's caught by Jerick McKinnon, and he goes all the way down 56 yards for the touchdown. It's 13-0 Chiefs. The Broncos get the ball back. It's another 3 and out. The Broncos offense can't get anything going. The Chiefs then receive the ball. They run 12 plays, go downfield for 76 yards, and Jerick McKinnon gets his second touchdown of the game. It's a 10-yard pass from Patrick Mahomes, and the Chiefs are up 20-0 in the second quarter. The Broncos get the ball back, and on the 6th play, Russell Wilson looks for a little dump-off pass. Willie Gay, with perfect timing, leaps into the air, bats the ball to himself, runs towards Russell Wilson, shoves his face to the ground, and then runs all the way to the end zone for the pick 6 touchdown. Willie Gay. And this, at this point in the game, you know, knowing that the Broncos don't score more than 16 points a game, at this point in the game, it's not even halftime yet, and you're thinking to yourself, this is over. It's 27-0. This game, with the Chiefs being up 27-0 and the offense of the Denver Broncos being as consistently terrible as they are, this game's over, or so we thought. The Broncos get the ball back. It's another 3 and out. They just simply can't get anything going. The Chiefs get the ball back, and on the second play, Mahomes throws up the middle towards the ground for a Travis Kelce catch, although it's not caught by Kelce. It's caught by the Denver Broncos defense, and it's an interception. The Broncos get the ball back, and they would actually turn that into a touchdown. So a little bit of a momentum swing here. It's 27-7. The Chiefs get the ball back, and oh my God, Mahomes just did it on back-to-back drives. He throws another interception, throws it towards the ground. It was originally ruled an incomplete pass. And then upon further review, the ball had hit the arm of the Broncos defenseman and just bounced right to his chest and never hit the ground. So it wasn't even like a clean catch. It was more of like a lucky hit your arm and never hit the ground. It was just, I'd say probably 19 times out of 20 that doesn't get picked off like that. That's just really hard to do. It's unlucky, but it happened. And on back-to-back drives, Mahomes has thrown a pick, which is very uncharacteristic of Mahomes. Doesn't do it very often. Very rarely does he throw an interception in a game, let alone 2, let alone in back-to-back drives. You don't see that very much from Mahomes. Again, 2 very good plays by the defense to even make it happen. The Broncos do have a good defense. You don't like seeing that. So the Broncos turn that opportunity into another touchdown. It's 27-14, and we're not even at halftime yet. So suddenly, the Broncos are climbing their way back into this game. The Chiefs get the ball back with 9 seconds left. They just kneel it and go to halftime. The Broncos begin the third quarter with the football, and in 5 plays, they would get a Marlon Mack 66-yard touchdown. I don't know what the hell happened to the Chiefs defense on this play, but Marlon Mack goes from one end of the field to the next, and the Broncos are within 1 score early into the second half. So this is a whole new game. The Broncos, who can't seem to score more than 16 points a game, are at 21, and it's just the beginning of the second half. So this is a major concern for the Chiefs already. Now listen, it's a divisional game, so you didn't expect, if you're a Chiefs fan, you know, you've seen this movie one too many times, with division rival games, and I feel like it's a league-wide thing. Most division rivalries are just really close, regardless of how shitty versus good the teams might be. Coming into this game as a Chiefs fan, I figured we'd win it, but I didn't think it'd be a blowout. It was 27-0. At that point, I was like, all right, yeah, it looks like we're running away with it. But it did not surprise me. Although it was upsetting, disappointing, whatever you want to call it, it didn't surprise me that the Broncos crept their way back into the game. Just because it's division rivalry, for whatever goddamn reason, these games are always close. I can't explain it. It's just football. So it's 27-21 Chiefs. The Chiefs get the ball back, and they go 3 and out. The Broncos get the ball back, and they go 3 and out. The Chiefs get the ball back, and they go 3 and out. So 3 straight 3 and outs between the two teams, and the Broncos get the ball back, and they go 5 and out. So there's absolutely no action happening at all for a period of about 6 minutes of the game clock until the Chiefs get the ball back, and they score a touchdown. Finally, we score another touchdown, and the Chiefs fans rejoice a little bit. They breathe a little easier now that it's a 2-score game nearing the end of the third instead of a 1-score game. This is a short pass to Juju Smith-Schuster, the D-line for the Broncos, closing in on Mahomes while he's running circles. He just throws a bullet pass to Juju in the end zone with immense pressure. Extremely impressive, and one of his best plays of the season so far. I'd give it a top 5 if I were the judge. This is a top 5 Mahomes play of the 2022 season. So I was a little bit surprised to watch the top 15 plays of week 14 video that the NFL uploaded, and this touchdown pass was not in it. I think they overlooked it because it was an incredible play by Mahomes. We're pretty numb to these incredible plays because of how often it happens from Mahomes. It's the same thing with Connor McDavid in hockey. He is so goddamn good, and he makes insane, remarkable plays every other game. The NHL fans, they just see a new highlight from McDavid every week, and they're just numb to it. They don't think anything of it anymore because it's a common occurrence for a superstar player like McDavid to just do that all the time. And that's exactly what Mahomes is doing in the NFL. He makes these ridiculous plays every other week, and the football fans have just become numb to it because he does it so often. And that's exactly what this touchdown, if he would have thrown this touchdown pass in his rookie season, it would have been getting so much buzz around the league. But because he does it so often, not many people even batted an eye to it. So just another incredible play by Mahomes. The Broncos get the ball back, and in 5 minutes on a 12-play drive, they get another touchdown. It's a Jerry Jeudy pass from McManus because Russell Wilson was concussed a couple of plays prior to this. He scrambled for the first down on 3rd and 11, dove for the first down, and got slammed head first into the ground. He was not okay. He did not return to this game. So Brett McManus comes in for the Broncos, and on 4th and goal at the 7-yard line, throws to the back of the end zone for Jerry Jeudy, and the Broncos are within 1 once again. The Chiefs get the ball back, and they go 3 and out. So there's concern arising all over again. It's a 1-score game, and you're going 3 and out. The Broncos get the ball back, and they go 3 and out. The Chiefs get the ball back, and Mahomes, what are you doing? Throws his 3rd interception of the game, which is something that is extremely uncommon. When do you ever see Mahomes throw 3 picks in a game? I think, and you can fact check me if I'm wrong, because I might be, but I think this is only the 3rd of its kind in his career where he's thrown 3 picks in a game. This one wasn't luck. It wasn't a hard pick. It was just a bad throw. And every now and again, you're going to have this, but for it to be the 3rd of the game, it just sucks to see that from Mahomes, especially after having 2 ridiculous touchdown plays this game already, and it being kind of evenly distributed by interceptions. 3 picks. Not so good for his MVP resume this year, but I think Super Bowl trophies are a little bit cooler than an MVP trophy. So, yeah, it's another interception. Thankfully, though, the Broncos would get the ball back, and Brett Ripon would throw an interception to L'Jarius Sneed. The Chiefs would get the ball right back, but it's still a 1-score game, and there's still 4 minutes, 20 seconds left. There's still plenty of time on the clock for the Broncos to get a stop and for the Chiefs to give up the lead. It's still very much in play. The Chiefs would run into a couple of challenges. They would pick up a crucial 3rd and 11 on a Patrick Mahomes pass to Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And on 2nd and 10 at the 2-minute warning, no timeouts left for the Denver Broncos, Isaiah Pacheco, who had been running up the gut all game, picks up the first down, 10-yard run. They kneel it. It's game over for the Kansas City Chiefs, and they hold on to a dramatic one, which it shouldn't have even had to have been dramatic in the first place because it was 27-0 at one point. The Chiefs, oh my God, if they would have blown, 28-3 in the Super Bowl was bad. 27-0, that's even worse. So I understand that division rivalries will always be close for whatever goddamn reason. I understand that with division rivalries, for whatever reason, 90% of the time, they're just close to the very end. Doesn't matter how shit one team is playing a great team. It doesn't matter. Division rivalries are always close, especially with the Chiefs and the AFC West opponents. We saw with the Raiders. Barely held off the Raiders. Probably should have lost that game. Barely held off the Chargers, but the Chargers are a good team. We look at the Raiders and the Broncos, and these games on paper shouldn't be close. But they are, because it's just division rival. You can't explain it. It's just always close for some reason. But it is very discouraging to see a 27-0 lead pretty much blown. The Broncos never had a lead in this game, but they pulled within one. It was 27-0, and they finished the game with 28 points. So in other words, if the Chiefs would have gone up 27-0 and had not scored another single point for the rest of the game, they would have lost by a point. So in a way, they did blow that lead. That was really discouraging to see. And you can mainly blame that on Mahomes for his 2 interceptions, but again, those interceptions were just kind of unlucky. I mean, great plays by the defense, I give them credit, but they were pretty unlucky. In other news, not news at this point, Orlando Brown is still terrible. He was getting destroyed on the left side of the offensive line all game long, and that is a major problem. That is a major problem come playoff time, because if we're having to play teams like the Bengals and the Bills, you're probably going to be sent packing early in the playoffs if Orlando Brown can't get his shit together. If Mahomes is having to scramble to the right every other play because Orlando Brown can't do his job, although he wants to be the highest paid tackle in the league, it's not going to be a fun playoff round. It just won't be. There's that. And then another concern of mine is the fact that the offense can't put together a complete game. They can't do it. They haven't been able to do it all year. They had a fantastic first quarter, 27 points. And yeah, there was that pick 6. So really it was a 20-0 first quarter. And then what happened after that? You had 3 and outs, you had interceptions. The Chiefs offense has been inconsistent, and it's kind of concerning me come playoff time. There's 4 weeks left. The Chiefs play the 1-win Houston Texans next week, the worst team in the league. So I really expect the game to not even be close. It shouldn't be. There's no reason it should be. The Texans are terrible. But if the Chiefs continue to play as inconsistent as they have, it could very well end up being a 1 or 2 score game at the end of it. So with that being said, it was refreshing to get the bad taste of the Bengals game out of my mouth for this week, but still a little bit mad about it. I'll catch you next week. It's yours truly. Peace out.